check. One,
Can't hear you. Check.
mic check.
Check.
Audio check. I can hear you fine. Hip.
Check.
I can't hear nothing.
Check.
Nothing.
Check.
Mic check. Audio check.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would please direct your attention
Check.
to midfield as the Southern Nash Varsity Firebirds are
Check.
entering
I can hear
the
you.
stadium.
Can you hear me?
Nope. Check.
Mic check.
At this time, if you would,
Mic
please
check. Mic
rise
check.
and remove all headwear as we will prepare for the playing of our national anthem. Firebirds will be performing after tonight's game. So at the conclusion of the game,
Check.
if you would please stick around.
Check.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Mic check. Audio check 1 2 3. Audio check 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Now I can hear myself better now.
And good happy Thursday evening, Firebird fans, as the game has been moved to Thursday night, and we are live here in the Bird's Nest in Stanhope as Southern Nash hosts conference rival Roanoke Rapids in the second conference game of the year. Roanoke Rapids comes in at a record of 1-4, 0-1 in the conference, and Southern Nash 4-1, 1-0 in the conference after their win last Friday night over Nash Central, an exciting game, a little payback from the previous season as the Firebirds were able to come back with a 22-8 victory. But one big loss last week. Obviously, starting senior quarterback Jake Cooper is been ruled out for the season, torn MCL and ACL. So bad news for the Firebirds as well as Mr. Cooper. We wish him a speedy recovery and thank him for being a great part of this team. Of course, you saw there in the opening ceremonies, he was a captain alongside his replacement, and now quarterbacking for the Firebirds, number 1, Logan Saunders, also Jaden Whitaker, number 5, as well as Keegan Wallace, number 56, as the captains. Of course, Southern Nash won the toss and decided once again to defer to the second half. So Roanoke Rapids will be receiving the ball here shortly, and once again, here comes the Firebirds. And this is the Tar River Sports Network. We are live. Welcome to Firebird Friday Night Lights. And getting ready to get things started here shortly. Once again, I'm Brent Cohn alongside Kenneth Fry guy.
I've heard everything, so at this point it don't matter.
Mr. World Traveler, been to see George Strait, been to the newest version of NASCAR, which all of you NASCAR fans know is not real, down in Daytona. But glad to have Kenneth alongside tonight as we get ready to get things started here. And once again, the sponsors for the season here on the Tar River Sports Network, Wilson Mold and Machine, as well as Vandermark Side Farms. We'll talk to them about them some more during the broadcast. But for now, as you see, Charlotte Benson, the senior kicker for the Firebirds, lines up for the first kickoff. Of course, you might have remembered 2 weeks ago, the opening kickoff was returned for a touchdown. We'll see if Roanoke Rapids has managed to see any game film. And there's the high pooch kick, and a fair catch is signaled at the 37-yard line. So no return attempted, and it will be marked actually at the 36-yard line. So 1st and 10, Roanoke Rapids. From their own 36-yard line. So really a strong show last Friday night by the Firebird defense. I didn't get a final stat on how many yards they allowed. I knew it was less than 100 total yards allowed in the game. So Bobby Hawkins tries to find some room outside, can't get back to the line of scrimmage, and will actually be thrown for a loss. Israel Whitaker leading the tackles there. Be a loss of about 3 yards, well, 2 yards on the play. He's going to bring up second down at 12 now. Trenton Selden in at quarterback. No, excuse me. That is Darren Solomon at quarterback. So another loss on the play. A loss of about a yard. Bring up 3rd and 13 now. And Solomon looks to pass. He'll tuck it and run it. He will get back to the original line of scrimmage before he is stopped. And looks like that's going to be Isaac Joyner on the tackle. So a short gain of 4 is going to bring up 4th down and 9 now for the Yellow Jackets. Of course, you've already heard two of the tackle leaders' names, Isaac Joyner and Israel Whitaker, and of course Southern Nash led by Luke Faulkner.
Got 30 tackles on the season, 13 solo and 17 assisted tackles.
And that would be Luke. Flag is thrown. A second flag is thrown. Looks like it's going to be running into the kicker.
Flags on the play. Kick rolls out of bounds near the Yellow Jacket 47-yard line.
So a very short kick as it took a Southern Nash hop, bounced back inside the 50-yard line, but I think this is going to be negated as the flag, an initial flag came in, and it looks like it will be running into the kicker. It was a false start against the Yellow Jackets.
Running into the kicker against the Firebirds, those penalties were offset.
So with offsetting penalties, they will replay 4th down. And the kicker looked like he was shaken up.
Yeah, he's still grimacing a little bit. It looked like he got hit in the hand.
And it looks like they're actually going to change. There he is. He's going to step back for kick. Not very deep.
Ooh, no.
He does get that one away. And it will be fielded with a whole lot of room to go. And that's Israel Whitaker on the return, all the way down into Yellow Jacket territory, down inside the 25. And he'll be marked down at the 22-yard line. So excellent starting position with 10:16 remaining here in the first quarter.
I'm going to call it a 38-yard return.
I mean, that kick was pretty short. He almost ran into the defensive backfield. So great job by the defensive line and the holding off the punt return defense. And some motion there as Tyleek Mitchell was lined up in the quarterback position.
You know, that's one of the things when you lose your starting quarterback for the season, you're going to have to start changing up a little bit of plays in here, and you may see some new plays tonight.
Very well may. You know, we started some of the earlier games with Tyleek at quarterback, even with Jake, the first play from scrimmage. And Tyleek will take the snap himself. He'll take it around the right end. And I don't think anybody's going to touch him. Tyleek Mitchell trots into the end zone. 10:03 remaining in the first quarter. And it's 6-0 Firebirds. And he made that look easy.
Yeah, I mean, he made it look easy. I mean, went off the right side. No defensive backs on the right side. He saw a hole, and he took it.
Of course, Tyleek does lead the rushing for Southern Nash so far on the season.
Coming into the night, 659 total yards this season and on the 131 yards per game. So he's already added that up there with that 22-yard touchdown.
And Charlotte Benson on for the PAT, and that's actually going to be short. Looks like it might have been a bad hold.
Looked like it was almost tipped as well.
Of course, that's the other thing. Jake Cooper not only was QB1.
He was the holder.
He was the kick holder, yes. So another effect of losing Jake Cooper for the Firebirds. But I think Coach Baxter has a lot of confidence both in Tyleek as well as Logan Saunders, who has stepped up and assumed the role of QB1. And, of course, there's a young freshman that is having an outstanding season in Isaiah Battle. And I think there have been some discussions about the possibility of Isaiah coming up and getting some reps on varsity. As a matter of fact, I believe I see him dressed out. I believe he is wearing number 24. I don't have a roster change, but I believe that is Isaiah Battle dressed out. Another pooch kick. Fair catch is signaled again. This time it'll be at about the 39-yard line of the Yellow Jackets. And they'll take another shot at it as it's 1st and 10, Roanoke Rapids from their own 39-yard line. This is the Tar River Sports Network. We'll be right back. And Solomon will hand that one off from the shotgun position. Still on his feet is Bobby Hawkins. He'll cut it back inside and make it almost down to the line to gain. It'll be close to a first down. We'll wait for the spot. It looks like they are going to move the sticks on a nice 10-yard run, what looked to be a stopped play. And Hawkins was able to break free, and Roanoke Rapids gets their first down of the game. Solomon looks to pass, and it's intercepted. And I believe that is Logan Saunders with the interception. A short return. There is a flag on the play.
It's going to be declined. It's against Roanoke Rapids.
So the penalty was called against the Yellow Jackets. It was declined, and Logan Saunders has his 3rd interception of the season. And Tyleek Mitchell again will go in at quarterback. So as of yet to see Logan Saunders under center. And, of course, those of you who recall Tyleek Mitchell's JV days, he was very effective at the QB1 position. He'll take it again. This time he'll look to the left end. Still got room to run. He'll cut it back into the middle. Finally brought down inside the 30, down to the 27-yard line of the Yellow Jackets.
24-yard run there on the left side. And if he'd have had one more block, it'd have been another 6.
Well, when you're that fast, you do tend to get out in front of your blockers.
That's true. That's true, you do.
So clock ticks past the 9-minute mark here left in the first quarter. Firebirds lead 6-0. And Saunders in for his first snap, and this will be a quick pitch to KRT, Caden Ricks Tucker. And he'll take it down inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line. So a gain of about 8 on the play. He's going to bring up second down at 2.
And that's one of the things, if you've been around following Southern Nash football for a long time, you know they always like to have multiple running backs, and KRT's had 332 yards total, 5.4 yards per carry.
And this time it'll be slipped in the pocket of Luke Faulkner up the middle. He'll get a short gain.
And he's averaging right at about 66 yards a carry per game. And 2 touchdowns on the season. Coming into the night.
And that's Caden Ricks Tucker.
Yep, that's KRT.
So
and Mitchell's got 7.
A short gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 1. Tyleek on the carry. And the quick gain will move the sticks for Southern Nash. And that's going to bring up 1st and 10 from about the 13-yard line. So still a line of gain before the end zone. 7.5 minutes remaining. Now, one thing that's going to be interesting to watch, although there's a big loss with the arm of Jake Cooper, and immediately a touchdown pass by Logan Saunders. Logan Saunders.
It was almost like you prophesized that play right then, Brent.
Catches Tyleek Mitchell in the back of the end zone for another score.
And it was like you would get ready to
I
say
talked
that.
him up.
You sure did. Now, if you could just tell us the winning lottery numbers for the night or tomorrow night. And KRT takes it in, and 2-point conversion is good.
And the 2-point conversion good. And that puts the Firebirds ahead 14-0 here with 7:15 remaining in the first quarter. And there is a Firebird player down. And I believe that may be, is that Chris Allen or is that Logan? I believe that's Logan Wiggins.
Yeah, Logan Wiggins, number 66. And he's walking up under his own power right now.
Looks like probably a leg cramp. I'm so used to seeing Logan with the dreads.
I know.
I can remember when Logan was the little kid next door playing football in my neighbor Felicia's yard. And he was a good-sized small young kid, but now, good gosh, that's a man.
Yeah,
that's a big man.
Yeah.
So Charlotte Benson on for her third kickoff of the night. Already excitement with Logan Saunders and his first touchdown pass of the year. And another fair catch will be called, this time at the 32-yard line of the Yellow Jackets. So pretty much similar starting positions each kickoff for the Yellow Jackets. Now, they have not made it to midfield as of yet. Of course, the one turnover, the interception. Other than Southern Nash kicking off, there's been no play on the Southern Nash side of midfield.
I know. Yeah.
So false start is called against Roanoke Rapids. And that'll tack 5 on. It'll be 1st and 15 now for the Yellow Jackets. And there comes the blitz. Oh! And Solomon is nailed. Look, the ball came out. Israel Whitaker on the initial hit. And Malachi Dobbins with the fumble recovery. The second turnover of the night for the Yellow Jackets. And this one deep in their own territory. And it'll be Southern Nash football. 1st and 10 from the Roanoke Rapids 24-yard line. 7:08 remaining in the first quarter. And Saunders fumbles the ball, and it looks like it'll be turned right back over to the Yellow Jackets. So the first turnover of the night for the Firebirds, and Roanoke Rapids will take the ball back, and it'll be 1st and 10 Yellow Jackets from their 26, which is a loss of a yard from where they were before they fumbled. So Solomon pitches to Samaj Pierce, and Samaj Pierce will be hit in the background, and he's thrown for another loss by Ray Lynch, and he'll be down at the 20. Make that the 22 is going to bring up second down and 14 now for the Yellow Jackets. What I was going to say about, well, we'll talk about Logan again in a minute when we get back on offense, but so far the Southern Nash defense has been a buzz. Other than the one gain of 10. And the ball comes out again. And Trey Armand with the recovery. Malachi Dobbins with the strip. And Trey Armand with the fumble recovery. And it's Southern Nash football. So that's Dobbins already with one recovery and one strip. So he's in on 2 turnovers.
Yep, 3 turnovers so far tonight for Roanoke Rapids.
And that brings the Firebird offense right back out. So what I was going to say about Logan a while ago, before he proved me wrong with the pass game thing, Logan is definitely a threat on foot. Cross-country and track runner. He'll hand that off this time to KRT. They try to strip it from him, can't do it.
Rick's Tucker on the carry is going to take it up to the Yellow Jacket 23-yard line.
But Saunders definitely a running threat. The only issue, if you call a lot of run plays for Logan, he is playing both ways, obviously, the defensive backfield as well. So don't know there'll be a lot of play calling, but he will be able to adjust and maybe make some run plays. And this will be handed off this time to Jonathan Hines on the carry. He'll take it down close to the 15, mark him down at the just inside the 16. That'll move the chains one more time for the Firebirds. So 5:15 remaining here in the first period. Southern Nash leads 14-0. Caden Ricks Tucker looks to the right, cuts back inside. He'll be brought down just shy of the 10. So it looks like a gain of maybe 6 on the play. We'll call that 5. So second down and 5 now for the Firebirds. And Ricks Tucker again on the carry. Was that KRT? Or
it was KRT.
No, I'm sorry. That is Jonathan Hines on the carry. Off the left guard. And that bursting gain will be enough to move the chains, and it'll be first and goal for the Firebirds from their own 6-yard line.
In the backfield.
As Jonathan Hines again.
Touchdown.
And touchdown, Jonathan Hines, with 4:03 remaining in the first quarter. And Southern Nash pulls ahead. (20-0). 4:03 remaining in the quarter. And Charlotte Benson back on for the extra point attempt. And it's low, but it's good. And with that, Southern Nash extends its lead 21-0, 4:03. And it will take this time to mention our sponsors for this year. Wilson Mold and Machine, located on Wilson and Highway 42. They're the area's #1 tire, mold, and machine shop. They specialize in repair and salvage work. They're longtime supporters of everything Firebirds, and they're hiring currently, and it's wilsonmoldandmachine.com. All one word, wilsonmoldandmachine.com. Also, Vandermark Sod Farms, producing nature's best natural grass. They're successfully run family farm operation for 35 years. Their vision is to enhance their customers' field of dreams 1 yard, 1 field at a time, with different varieties of natural grass being produced, such as Bermuda, Fescue, St. Augustine, and Zoysia. They serve as Central and Eastern North Carolina, all homeowners, local governments, public and private schools, corporate locations, and athletic fields. And they're dedicated to meeting their customers' needs and enhancing their lives 1 field at a time.
You know, I just thought about it. We're still in the first quarter. In 8 minutes, 3 touchdowns for Southern Nash so far.
And another fair catch. And once again, starting on the 36-yard line for the Yellow Jackets. And there's one thing I have failed to mention this year, and I'm reading one of our sponsors, Wilson Mold and Machine, failed to have yet to recognize the fact that Malachi Dobbins, the senior, has committed to D1 Furman University to further his football career, to play there for Furman. So another Firebird going into the college ranks. So congratulations to Malachi Dobbins. A short gain there for the Yellow Jackets of 2 will bring up 2nd down and 8. Some movement there on the line. It looks like it may have been encroachment. So that'll add 5 yards for the Yellow Jackets and bring up 2nd down and 3.
I was going to ask you that right there.
So the question has come up, how many former Southern Nash players are currently playing in college? With Hawkins up the middle, no gain. May even been a little bit of a loss. They won't move the down marker, so 3rd down and 3. So you've got 1 at Furman. You've got 2 at NC State, 1 at Wake Forest, 1 at Liberty, 1 at Pembroke. I think that's all the current one. They're currently playing college football.
Was there 1 at Virginia Tech too?
I'm sorry, Virginia Tech. I left out Traylon Mitchell. I sure did. Of course, Nadir Thompson has graduated. So flags come flying in on the handoff. Roanoke Rapids thrown for a big loss. We'll see what the penalty is. So a legal shift against the Yellow Jackets, and then a face mask called against the Firebirds. Those penalties offset. So they will replay 3rd down and 3. Of course, we talk about college players. We do need to recognize a very big move that happened in the NFL this week. Zonovan Knight has been moved to the full-time roster for the Detroit Lions.
I knew he got signed to the practice squad a couple weeks ago.
And with the injury to Montgomery, of course, there was already predictions that he would be pulled up to the full-time roster, and that did occur. So it looks like and a sack. Luke Faulkner with an assist from Trey Ormond. And a big loss is going to bring up 4th down and about 8 now. So we will get to see Mr. Bam on Sunday once again. That's pretty cool to be in the same season to get handed the ball by Jared Goff and Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it looks like penalty flag is thrown, a delay of game against the Yellow Jackets. And it looks like the Yellow Jackets will use their first time out of the half. So with that, we will once again recognize our sponsor, Vandermark Side Farms, located in both Spring Hope and in Whitakers. They produce nature's best natural grass. They service Central and Eastern North Carolina homeowners, local governments, public and private schools, corporate locations, and athletic fields with a variety of grasses being produced, Bermuda, Fescue, St. Augustine, and Zoysia. And their vision is to enhance their customers' fields of dreams, 1 yard, 1 field at a time. And talking about the natural grass, and speaking of Aaron Rodgers, obviously a big loss not only to the Jets but to the NFL, arguably one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. And they'll say it's artificial turf, but we all know it's basically plastic grass. Tyleik Mitchell on the return, still on his feet. A flag comes in. Tyleik Mitchell breaks away. He'll move it wide to the right, and he's going to trot into the end zone. A punt return for 6. We'll see if it gets called back with the flag. Waiting for the official signal, but a kick return by Tyleik Mitchell. It's a hold against the Firebirds, so that's going to negate the touchdown and bring it back. It'll be first down, Firebirds. So it should be 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
So it'll be set up at Southern Nash's own 48-yard line.
So for the first time this evening, we will have a play from scrimmage in Southern Nash territory. So that would have been 3 different ways that Tyleik has scored: a rushing touchdown, a receiving touchdown, and a punt return.
Yep.
Of course, that was taken away. And Tyleik in at quarterback now from the shotgun position. And it looks like a busted play. It looks like he wanted to hand it off to KRT. KRT wasn't there. Tyleik takes it on his own. He's back into the midfield. They're not going to catch him into the end zone. Tyleik Mitchell on a 52-yard touchdown run off a busted play. Give me my touchdown back.
Yep. Exactly.
You're not going to mess up my stats tonight with a stupid holding penalty.
No.
And, of course, you may hear me pause every time we score. Unfortunately, our producer and the owner of the Tar River Sports Network, Mark Cohen, cannot be with us tonight, so a big shout-out to Mark. As Charlotte Benson's kick is up and good. He is actually working from his home base in Greenville, and I'm having to send him score updates. So if you see a delay or a wrong score, it's not on Mark, it's on me. I'm not used to actually texting score updates. They're happening fairly frequently, so I try to keep up. But it is 28-0 with 1:08 left in the first quarter.
And I'll just go ahead and throw this out there now. I know it's not going to be until after halftime, but running clock is 42 points ahead. So
correct.
After halftime, 42 points. And I think we'll probably hit that in the second quarter.
I'm not so sure it's not before halftime. I think it's 42 points.
I know it's 42 points. Is it before halftime?
I think it's 42 points, period. So Benson Yeah, we kind of need the football to kick this thing off. There you go. I want to see Charlotte put her foot in it one time. We have seen her kick it to the end zone. And this will be another fair catch. And C.J. Wise making every fair catch of the night. And this one will be at the 31 of Roanoke Rapids.
So to expand on that while ago, I just talked with Scott Colley, and he said as long as both coaches agree on it, it can be before halftime as long as you're up by 42.
So Roanoke Rapids, who as of yet is able to get anything going offensively, it's got 1st and 10. Solomon into the shotgun. He's going to look to pass. Can't find a man open. He's got pressure. He's finally going to just flip it out of bounds, and he gets nailed. And I believe that was Israel Whitaker. And they're going to call roughing the passer, I believe, will be the call, as he gave a pretty hard hit.
Personal foul, roughing the passer is the call against the Firebirds. That 15-yard penalty will result in an automatic first down.
And I just realized something I want to apologize for. The first tackle of the game, I listed it as Israel Whitaker. That was actually Jaden Whitaker, number 5, on that first tackle of the game. Sorry, old man, glasses not working. Jaden, I apologize. So with that penalty, that puts Roanoke Rapids at their own 48-yard line. The handoff again to Hawkins. He'll make it about to the line of scrimmage. And that looks like they're going to mark him down maybe a foot. Well, it looks like we'll give him a whole yard. So to bring up 2nd down and 9 now, 30 seconds remaining. Don't know if Roanoke Rapids will attempt to get another playoff. Well, they're going to have to because the play clock is down to 8 seconds. 15 seconds on the game clock. Hawkins again on the carry. He'll take it to midfield before he's hit by a wall of Firebirds. So it looks like he'll take him. They'll mark him down just inside Firebird territory on the 49.5-yard line. So at the end of the first quarter, Roanoke Rapids finally makes it into Southern Nash territory, and we pretty much just switched sides of the line on the change for the quarter. And during the first quarter break, we'll recognize Wilson Molding Machine, one of our season sponsors here at Southern Nash and the Tar River Sports Network. They are located in Wilson on Highway 42, the area's #1 tire mold and machine shop. They specialize in repair and salvage work, and they are longtime supporters of everything Firebirds. That's WilsonMoldandMachine.com. And if you're currently looking for employment, no experience is necessary. Wilson Molding Machine is hiring. Just go to WilsonMoldandMachine.com and fill out an application. And, of course, we were talking about Vandermark Farms a while ago, and we brought up the Aaron Rodgers story with the plastic grass. Of course, you saw Nick Chubb last week. A lot of injuries are coming in, and, you've seen them over the years. I know, that guy in Chapel Hill, that Brown guy, he wanted to change all the Carolina stuff over to plastic grass.
Yeah.
They might as well just paint it blue. baby blue. Sorry.
What is the color anymore? Because they have changed they have made it darker and darker over the years. I'm gonna just go ahead and say that. Look, I'm a Carolina fan, so I don't understand.
I don't feel bad now because we've been a Wolfpack fan. Go Jackson and Darius. Solomon back to pass. He's got pressure. He's taken down, throws back just beyond the line of scrimmage. The pass will be completed. A short loss. It's going to bring a 4th down and 9 now for Roanoke Rapids. Speaking of Jackson, Vic, and Darius Edmondson, a cool picture as those two Firebirds lined up side by side on special teams last Saturday in the NC State game. So, once again, a lot of excitement there for the Southern Nash football players, both during high school and after. Another high punt. And that's going to be fielded by Jaden Whitaker. And that was Jaden Whitaker on the return earlier for the long return, not Israel. So, once again, my apologies, Jaden. And he will return it inside the previous line to gain for Roanoke Rapids. And it'll be 1st and 10 Southern Nash from their own 43-yard line. So the worst starting position of the evening for the Firebirds.
Yep.
And a new quarterback comes in, and that was Isaiah Battle at quarterback. He'll hand it off to Tyleek Mitchell, who'll take it down into Roanoke Rapids territory and down to the 40-yard line. So a legal shift against the Firebirds will negate the run.
Yes, it had 2 men in motion. I didn't see that illegal shift.
I did not. So here we get our first look on the varsity squad of Isaiah Battle, the freshman. Who will very likely see QB1 for the next 3 years. KRT on the carry. He'll take it out across the 40 down to about the 42. Mark him at the 43. So pretty much back to the line of scrimmage now, 2nd down and 10. Of course, Isaiah Battle, the son of Coach Quamaine Battle. And this time it's Jonathan Hines on the carry. He'll take it across the 45 down to about the 47. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 6. And of course, Isaiah Battle is an absolute athlete. Which I'm not scared to say that baseball is actually Isaiah's sport. But he is just an all-around athlete. So pretty exciting future there for that young man here at Southern Nash. And it looks like Southern Nash will use their first time out of the evening with 9:36 remaining in the half. And they lead the Yellow Jackets by a score of 28-0. And we'll take the time to recognize another one of this year's sponsors, Vandermark Side Farms, producing nature's best natural grass. They've been a successfully family-run farm operation for 35 years. Their vision is to enhance the customer's field of dreams, 1 yard, 1 field at a time, with a variety of natural grasses being produced, such as Bermuda, Fescue, St. Augustine, and Zoysia, servicing central and eastern North Carolina, including homeowners, local governments, public, private schools, corporate locations, and athletic fields. They are dedicated to meeting their customers' needs and enhancing their lives. Of course, Vandermark Farms, obviously also a longtime supporter of everything Firebird. And Luke Faulkner claws his way forward across the 50-yard line. Looks like they're going to mark him down at about the 48, so into Yellow Jacket territory. That's going to bring a 4th down and about a yard. Feel pretty confident they're going to go for it here. And Saunders is back in at quarterback now. And a quick pitch to Tyler Mitchell. And he'll took up field. Nearly slips the last 2 guys to catch him. Grabbed the hold and held on for dear life, but not before a gain of 17. As we move the sticks, we do have a man down on the field. And it is Roanoke Rapids. Looks possibly like leg cramps. And he does get up, pretty much walk under his own power. Those leg cramps can be a bear.
Yeah.
8:53 remaining here in the first half. Southern Nash leads 28-0. It's 1st and 10 Southern from the Yellow Jacket 31-yard line. And it looks like Isaiah Battle will be back in. So we're seeing a little quarterback by committee. Of course, these are great reps. As I was saying, even with Jake Cooper healthy being a senior, I think the future of Firebird football lies in the hands of Mr. Battle. And a quick handoff. I believe that is Jonathan Hines up the middle. A gain of about 12. Make that 14. So it'll be 1st and 10 Southern Nash from the, we'll call that the 18-yard line.
Yeah, 18-yard line.
And Jonathan Hines on the call again. He'll look around the left side. He's still up. A flag comes in on the back side of the play. That looked like to be the area of a hold, and that is the call. So that'll bring that run back.
It's only the 3rd penalty tonight on Southern Nash.
I think it's been more. There's been a couple of offsetting penalties.
Well, yeah, that's true.
And a pitch out to Caden Rick Sucker, who found room around the right end. He'll be caught by the shirt tail and forced out of bounds inside or right at the 10-yard line.
10-yard line. Looks like it's going to be just shy of the 1st down.
So that's going to bring up 2nd down and about 2 on a gain of about 18 yards. And Battle with a handoff. Another flag is thrown. And it's going to be a false start against the Firebirds. And that was actually handed to Danny Dunston on his first carry of the night. So this is really a big break for a lot of those offensive starters because of having to play both sides of the football. They're getting well rested. And as Dunston again on the carry, he'll take it down to the 10.
Near the original line of scrimmage. Looks like it'll be marked near the 10-yard line. Bring up third down.
So he'll pick up about 5 and get back the penalty yardage. So that's going to bring up third down and 2 now for the Firebirds. And I believe that was Dunston on the carry. Again, flags come in. There is a fight. Looks like there's going to be flags thrown on both sides of the football. There was enough yardage picked up for a first down. I mean, there were flags and hats thrown.
Yep.
Multiple penalty flags coming in after the play.
So it looks like they're going to have an official timeout to kind of sort through the mess here. We'll see what the call is. Well, you got to love the radio silence here.
I know.
They're looking at numbers. I'm wondering if they're looking at some possible ejections here.
It would not surprise me because normally when you see the hats come off and the flags.
They have stopped Roanoke Rapids from stepping out and told them to step back. So I believe we will be probably seeing some ejections here.
Was a little break in game action. Don't forget, halftime we will be conducting our homecoming festivities and recognizing the homecoming court.
So, man, they're having a lot to discuss here.
Yeah. And both coaches, I see the Southern Nash coaches are huddled around iPad looking at video.
So stick around and take in some music from our marching band. They will be performing after tonight's game.
So, and you may be hearing the voice of the Firebirds, the PA announcer, Mr. Scott Colley, in the background. We'll remind everybody that they will be having the 2023 homecoming court at halftime. We will be presenting that if you want to stay tuned during halftime and see who the big homecoming winner is. As well, the band will be performing after the game, and we will hold things on the air. The band in full uniform tonight will be performing one of their shows, and that'll be at the conclusion of the game. So please stay tuned and show your support for the marching Firebirds. So no chains have moved. They've picked up flags. They have placed the ball back at the original line of scrimmage. Personal foul against both sides with an ejection from each side. And so the offsetting will replay the down.
And ejections on both teams.
Not sure who the ejections were.
First down indication was given.
So some more discussion here. They have called this first down.
Ball's been spotted on 10-yard line.
And so it looks like it will be first and goal for the Firebirds. Not really understanding that call. Battle looks to pass, and he's got Israel Whitaker open in the end zone. And Isaiah Battle with his first career touchdown pass as a varsity Firebird to Israel Whitaker. That is Israel, not Jaden. And with that, the Firebirds move ahead 34-0, 6:59 remaining in the half. We'll see if we can find out who the ejections were. That's going to be interesting to see. And Charlotte Benson on for the PAT. Logan Saunders to hold. It's been a little struggle here early, but they seem to have it together now as that one splits the uprights. And Southern Nash pulls ahead 35-0. With 6:59 remaining in the half. So we've seen 2 touchdown passes tonight, one by Logan Saunders and one by Isaiah Battle. So QB 2 and 3 behind Jake Cooper have both come in and thrown touchdown passes tonight. And, of course, it's been pretty much the Tyleek Mitchell show with 2 rushing touchdowns, both from the quarterback position, and 1 receiving touchdown. So our quarterbacks have accounted. So we're looking to see here what's going on. It looks like there's some more confusion. Still really unsure what's going on. Some discussion. You can see Coach Batchelor with the head referee and Coach Rice having another discussion with some officials. Not really sure.
So while we're trying to figure out what the referees are doing here, KRT was ejected for Southern Nash.
Okay.
And then for Roanoke Rapids, it was number 12, Terrell Ham, ejected.
Okay. Of course, you know, last week Roanoke Rapids had a fairly close game with Franklinton. With a high pooch kick. Another fair catch is called. And Roanoke Rapids will take over 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line. So that Caden Ricks Tucker ejection, I'm not sure what the rule is on having to sit in games after. If it's one game, he would miss the Bun game. Of course, Southern Nash with a bye week next week. That hit in the backfield. So Chris Harris leading that Firebird tackle. And looks like a loss of a couple. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 12. But so if KRT is suspended, I can't remember if it's a one game that you have to. I think it's one full game that you have to sit.
It's one full game.
But I think it's actually 4 quarters. So I'm not sure if he could come back.
I think he could actually, if it was in the 2nd quarter here, I think he could come back halftime of the next game. I think after halftime on the next game, I think.
And nearly intercepted. And that was a pick six.
All day long.
All day.
Or September, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
And I believe that was Devin Richardson on the almost interception. So if it's the one game, which I believe it is, so he would miss Bun. But he should be able to return for Rocky Mount the following week. As Southern Nash closes out Rocky Mount and Northern Nash here, and then final game here versus Franklinton for senior night.
Yep.
So Solomon from the shotgun. He's back looking to pass. He's got pressure. He tucks it, tries to run. Finally just flips it out of bounds. No flag for intentional grounding.
Flag
and there's the flag. And another flag. Looks like there was a little jawing going on.
I think they're going to get number 27. Or was he just moving that flag? I don't know.
So more discussion here by the officials. There was some activity going on after the play. I can tell if it was some jawing or whatever. And here comes the lead official to. So intentional grounding. And then a dead ball, and then a dead ball personal against the Firebirds. So they're going to mark off the intentional grounding. It'll be a loss of down, but then they'll tack on the unsportsmanlike. Either way, it's going to bring up 4th down and about 7. So really some odd things going on here.
Yeah.
And it looks like Roanoke Rapids will punt again. Man, he just lines up so shallow for the punt.
I know, it don't even look right.
The high snap. And that punt goes straight in the air. And out of bounds off the side of his foot. It went backwards.
He's going to lose 2 yards.
It was a negative yardage punt.
Yeah, negative 2-yard punt. You don't see that every day.
I don't think we got a piece of it. I think he just kicked it off the side of his foot. So it'll be 1st and 10 Southern Nash from the Yellow Jacket 35-yard line on the negative 2-yard punt. Battle back in at quarterback. And Mitchell with the ball. He'll be caught in the backfield. And Thomas Shabazz holds on for dear life and manages to hold Talik to no gain. As the clock runs, we approach 5:15 remaining in the half. Southern Nash leads 35-0. Battle drops the ball. It'll be picked up by Jonathan Hines, who will advance the football. So on the busted play, he'll take it up to about the 31-yard line of Roanoke Rapids. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and about 6 now as we are under 5 minutes to go to the half. And Hines again on the carry. Room up the middle. He'll be knocked down at about the 25-yard line. I think that should be enough to move the sticks as he has gone just beyond the line of gain. And so it'll be first down.
Yeah.
And there is a Roanoke Rapids player down at about the 24-yard line. And so we have this official timeout to check on him. We'll once again mention tonight's and this season's sponsors, Wilson Mold and Machine, located on Wilson and Highway 42. They're the area's #1 tire, mold, and machine shop. They specialize in repair and salvage work, and they are longtime supporters of everything Firebird. You can visit them at wilsonmoldandmachine.com. And if you're looking for a job, they're hiring. No experience needed. Once again, go to wilsonmoldandmachine, all one word, .com, and apply today. Also, Vandermark Side Farms. They're producers of nature's best natural grass. They're successfully run family farm operation for 35 years. Their vision is to enhance their customers' field of dreams, 1 yard, 1 field at a time, producing a variety of natural grasses such as Bermuda, fescue, St. Augustine, and zoysia. They service central and eastern North Carolina to all homeowners, local governments, public and private schools, corporate locations, and athletic fields, and they are dedicated to meeting their customers' needs and to not hurting Aaron Rodgers. So Hines up the middle on a big burst. He's going to be close to the line to gain. And, in fact, he is beyond that. And that'll move the chains as it'll be 1st and 10 Southern Nash from the Roanoke Rapids 13-yard line. 4:12 remaining in the half. Southern Nash leads 35-0 and are threatening to score yet again. Senior center Daniel Colley steps up, and with the freshman QB Isaiah Battle under center. And that'll be handed off just off the right guard. And looking to see who that was on the carry. I believe that was going to be Hines again. So Jonathan Hines getting a lot of touches this evening. And this time, I believe that was Jaquez Andrews on the carry. And I believe that was Jaquez Andrews on the last carry. And that's going to be enough for a first down. So it'll be 1st and goal Southern Nash from inside the 1 yard line now with 2:58 remaining in the first half. And again to Andrews. And Jaquez Andrews on his first touchdown of the evening punches it in. And with 2:42 remaining in the half, Southern Nash moves ahead 41-0. And Charlotte Benson steps on. This would actually be her 6th attempt of the night. We did have 1 2-point conversion. And that one's good. And just like that, it's 42-0. And we will see if they move to running clock now with 2:42 remaining in the first half.
Do what?
Sorry about that. I was taking a brief pause. My son was kind enough to let me buy myself and him a Chick-fil-A sandwich. I was trying. Sneaking a bite. Fair catch again by Roanoke Rapids. And it'll be Yellow Jacket football, 1st and 10 from their own 49-yard line. They have not started the clock running as of yet. So apparently the coaches did not make the agreement to do running clock, which if the score holds, when we come back in the second half, it's running
clock the whole time.
From the kickoff, yeah. Solomon the shotgun, got 4 receivers out. And he'll slip it in the pocket of Thomas Shabazz, and he goes nowhere. He's thrown for a loss. As we saw Jaden Whitaker, Luke Faulkner, Malachi Dobbins, and Jabari DeBro all in on that tackle.
So bring up a 4-yard loss here on 2nd down and 14. If you want me to call this play out.
Sorry, taking another big Chick-fil-A back. Solomon slips it in the pocket of Shabazz again. He might pick up a yard or two, still not back to the original line of scrimmage.
So another 3rd and long here for Roanoke Rapids.
Southern Nash may get the football back. Well, they should get the football back here in the first half. We'll look to see if Coach Batchelor tries to put another score on. Obviously already playing a lot of substitutes and second strings, and this is a pretty valuable time for Isaiah Battle to be able to come in and get these reps. Obviously been leading the JV team to a great season. And Roanoke Rapids will burn their 2nd time out of the half. And with that, we'll take a break also here. Once again, this is Southern Nash Football live on the Tar River Sports Network, and we'll be right back.
All right, 3rd down and 12 here now. See what Roanoke Rapids is able to do here. He's going to look, hands it off right side, and he was going to try to go to the right side, but Southern Nash defender number 6, Alex Richardson on the tackle, on shoestring tackle here, brings up 4th and about 16. And we are under a minute left to go here. So Southern will get the ball back for at least a couple of plays here, and we'll see if Roanoke Rapids wants to take this all the way down. 20 seconds left on the play clock here. And Mitchell's back deep to receive the punt for Southern Nash. And I think Roanoke Rapids is going to let the clock run here and take another timeout. And that's what they're going to do here. So timeout, Roanoke Rapids.
So Roanoke Rapids' final timeout of the first half. And with that, with 14 seconds remaining until the half, Southern Nash leading 42-0. Of course, I want to remind everybody upcoming is the homecoming court. It will be presented here at halftime. If you want to hang on and see who wins the big honor of homecoming queen. And before we go into half, we'll recognize once again this season's sponsors, Vandermark Side Farm, producing nature's best natural grass. They've been a successfully run family farm operation for 35 years. Their vision is to enhance their customers' field of dreams, 1 yard, 1 field at a time. Producing a variety of natural grasses, Bermuda, fescue, St. Augustine, and zoysia, serving central and eastern North Carolina. And they provide for homeowners, local governments, public and private schools, corporate locations, and athletic fields. They're dedicated to meeting their customers' needs and enhancing their lives and not popping Aaron Rodgers' Achilles tendon.
Mitchell gets to that 41,
Mitchell,
brings it up right side.
He may still get his punt return as he slips many tackles. They're not going to catch him. Tyleek Mitchell gets back the punt return that he was taken away from him earlier.
No
and
flags.
as time expires, no flags on the play. Tyleek Mitchell a 59-yard punt return for Tyleek Mitchell. And it has been the Tyleek Mitchell show tonight. He now has a rushing, or two rushing,
Yep.
one receiving,
Yep.
and one punt return for touchdowns this evening. And Charlotte Benson will split the uprights, and we'll head to the homecoming court as Southern Nash leads Roanoke Rapids here in Stanhope by the one-sided score 49-0. Once again, this is the Firebird Sports Network, and we will be back with a presentation in the second half after homecoming. We'll be back.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we present our homecoming court, we would like to take a moment and recognize and thank Mays Florist in Spring Hope for providing the beautiful flowers that will be presented tonight to our 2023 Homecoming Princess and Homecoming Queen. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, Southern Nash High School would like to introduce to you our 2023 Homecoming Court. Representing the freshman class, Miss Genesis Ponce, daughter of Laura Ponce, escorted by her grandfather, Eduardo Sanchez. Also representing the freshman class, Miss Aaliyah Crow, daughter of Stephanie Crow, escorted by Anthony Atkinson. Representing the sophomore class, Miss Annie Pullen, daughter of Sherry Little and Eric Pullen, escorted by her father, Eric Pullen. Also representing the sophomore class, Miss Alexa Hansley, daughter of Amanda Krebling and Jason Krebling, escorted by Noah Creech, the younger brother of our fallen Firebird, Eric Avery Creech. Representing the junior class, Miss Jerica Wallace, daughter of Jenny Blake, escorted by Cy Jones. Representing the senior class, Miss Yadira Perez Benitez, daughter of Yadira Benitez, escorted by her mother, Yadira Benitez. Also representing the senior class, Miss Charlotte Benson, daughter of Penny Benson and Donald Benson, escorted by her father, Donald Benson. Also representing the senior class, Miss Kamaya High, daughter of Anita High and Anthony High Sr., escorted by her father, Anthony High Sr. Also representing the senior class, Miss Nayeli Ballister, daughter of Noelia Ballister, escorted by her sister, Jadiza Jimenez. Also representing the senior class, Miss Hannah Minnick, daughter of Hank and Sherry Minnick, escorted by her father, Hank Minnick. Also, our final representative of the senior class, Mr. Stefan Barsky, son of Shelley Tant and Zane Tant, accompanied by his cousin, Brianna Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause for this year's homecoming court. Crowning our 2023 homecoming court this evening is our Southern Nash High School principal, Dr. Hugh Scott, our 2023-24 student body vice president, Melanie O'Vera, senior class president, Jordan Register, and senior class vice president, Aaliyah Rooks. At this time, we'd like to announce our first homecoming king. Our 2023 homecoming king is Mr. Stefan Barsky. Ladies and gentlemen, next we would like to announce our first homecoming princess. Our 2023 homecoming princess is Miss Aaliyah Crow. And now, our 2023 Southern Nash High School homecoming queen is Miss Charlotte Benson. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to congratulate our homecoming king, our homecoming princess, and our homecoming queen. Ladies and gentlemen, how about one more big round of applause for all of our 2023 homecoming court. Congratulations.
And welcome back as we get ready to start the second half. And, of course, if you recall, the Southern Nash won the coin toss and deferred to the second half. So Southern Nash will get the ball first here and leading 49-0 following the KRT show. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Following the Talik Mitchell show in the first half. And speaking of KRT, we were having a discussion at halftime. He was ejected from the game. Of course, we can't hear with the referees not being mic'd up. If it was a disqualification, then Caden Ricks Tucker would be excused for the rest of tonight's game. If he actually was ejected, then he would have to sit for 2 consecutive games. So next week being the bye week, that wouldn't count. And then he would miss Bunn and Rocky Mount, which are our next 2 games and are both on the road. I believe that's right. I believe
it's at Bunn.
Yeah, I know it's at Bunn. It is Bunn Rocky Mount.
And yeah, it is at Rocky Mount on the 13th of October. And then Northern Nash is home October 20th and home against Franklinton on the 27th.
Right.
Yep.
So Roanoke Rapids will kick off for the first time this evening. And a pooch kick will squib through midfield. It's loose. It'll be picked up by Israel Whitaker, who loses his footing and slips down, and it'll be Southern Nash football, 1st and 10 from their own, looks like 28-yard line.
Yeah, let's call it the 20. Waiting for the spot.
It's about the 28 and a half yard line.
Yeah, we'll call it 28.
So this is officially the worst starting position for the Firebirds this evening. And Isaiah Battle back in at the QB position. And he'll hand off on the first play. And I believe that was Warren Ruffin on the carry. So a short gain of 3 brings up 2nd down and 7. The clock once again is running with once you reach a 42-point deficit in the second half, it's automatic, and of course Southern Nash leads 49-0. And the ball is fumbled. Battle picks it up. Manages to push forward for about a yard, maybe 2. Actually, they're going to give him about 3 yards. It's like 3rd. We'll call it a long 4 there.
Mm-hmm.
And this will be handed off, I believe, to Jonathan Hines. Excuse me, that's Jaquez Andrews. He'll take it around the right end across the 40 to the 41, and that'll be enough to move the sticks for Southern Nash. As it appears that all starters are now on the sidelines for Southern Nash.
One good thing about this right now here in the second half is several times you can get like multiple different like exposure to actual live game compared to what you do in practice.
And I believe that's Andrews again on the carry on the left side, out to about the 45-yard line. So a gain of 4 is going to bring up 2nd down and 6 as we pass 9 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. And Jaquez Andrews again around the right end. A flag comes in after the play. He'll take it across midfield, and it will be holding against Southern Nash. So that'll bring the run back. So from the spot of the foul, the 10-yard penalty will be assessed, and that'll bring up second down, and we'll call it 15. So a pitch back, and I believe that is Warren Ruffin on the carry, and he breaks open into some wide open green field, takes it into Yellow Jacket territory down to the Roanoke Rapids 41-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10 Southern Nash from there as we pass 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. To Jaquez Andrews again on the carry. He'll take it out to about the 35-yard line. So a gain of about 7. We'll call it, we'll say 6 yards. It'll be second down and 4 now. And this will be handed off right off the right guard. And I believe that was Danny Dunston on the carry.
It was Dustin.
Out across the 30 to the 28-yard line. That'll move the sticks again for Southern Nash. Jaquez Andrews out across the 25. They're going to mark him down at about the 24. So a 4-yard gain on the play is going to bring up second down and 6 now for Southern Nash as they continue to move the football. So this handed off again to Danny Dunston off the right guard, right tackle. He'll take it out across the 20. Looks like he's going to be marked down at about the 18. That's awfully close to the line to gain. So about a yard to go. It's going to bring a third down and 1. As we are now under 4 minutes to go here in the third period. And Dunston again on the carry. And he stays on his feet, spins off the tackles. He'll look down, finally be brought down at about the 10. And that's where he'll be marked as at the 10, and it'll be first and goal, Southern Nash from the 10-yard line. As we approach 3 minutes remaining in the game, of course, Southern Nash leading 49-0 over the Yellow Jackets. Andrews is caught at the line of scrimmage. Will actually be thrown for a slight loss. So second down and goal from just outside the 10-yard line now. Nearly fumbled. But I believe that was Warren Ruffin who was able to regain the handle, take it down to about the 5. Oh, they're going to say he made it inside the 5. They're going to mark him down at the 4-yard line. So it'll now be a third and goal from the 4. And Danny Dunston will take it up the middle and punches it into the end zone. So with 1:10 remaining in the third quarter, clock still running. The Firebirds move ahead 55-0. And the newly crowned homecoming queen, Charlotte Benson, on for the extra point attempt. And that one's no good. Looked like there was a holding issue as far as the holding of the kick. And that's low. So the score remains 55-0. And the clock continues to run as time should expire prior to the kickoff. I think that's pretty much what they're going to let it do. They're going to let it time expire, and that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter with Southern Nash leading 55-0 over Roanoke Rapids. And while we get this change going on, we once again mention this season's sponsors. Wilson Mold and Machine, located in Wilson on Highway 42. They're the area's #1 tire, mold, and machine shop. Repair and salvage work are their specialty. Longtime supporters of everything Firebirds. That's WilsonMoldandMachine.com. And by the way, if you're looking for a new career, they are hiring right now. No experience needed. Just go to their website, WilsonMoldandMachine.com, and fill out an application. Also, Vandermark Side Farm. They're dedicated to meeting their customers' needs and enhancing their lives. They produce nature's best natural grass. They've been a successfully family-run farm operation for 35 years. Their vision is to enhance their customers' field of dreams, 1 yard, 1 field at a time, by producing a variety of natural grasses such as Bermuda, fescue, St. Augustine, and zoysia, servicing Central and Eastern North Carolina and providing services to homeowners, local governments, public and private schools, corporate locations, and athletic fields. That's Vandermark Side Farms, located in 2 spots at both Spring Hope and Whitakers, North Carolina. Charlotte Benson kicks off. Again, fair catch is called. And Roanoke Rapids will take over first and 10 from their own 32-yard line. And we are in the fourth quarter now. So it looks like now Roanoke Rapids is playing some subs as well. As that is, let's see who that's Bryce Ott in at quarterback. Bryce Ott, a junior. So a short gain of about 1 will bring up 2nd down and 9. And Roanoke Rapids again sends a pair of receivers out to either side. Ott, the snap a little high. He brings it back in. Shabazz again on the carry. Gain of a couple in the play is going to bring up 3rd down and about 7 now for the Yellow Jackets. So Shabazz finds a little more running room this time. We'll take it down out close to the 44-yard line. And that's where they will spot it down at the 44. And that gain of about 8 is enough to remove the chains. And it'll be a 1st down Roanoke Rapids with 9.5 minutes remaining in the game now. Clock again still running. Southern Nash leading 55-0. Shabazz again on the carry. He'll spin through a few tackles, and it looks like he's going to take it out across midfield into Southern Nash territory. And it's going to bring up 2nd down and about 3 now for the Yellow Jackets. And a big rush, and Ott is going to be sacked. And looks like that was Jabri Debro with the sack. So the loss on the play will bring up 3rd down and 8 as we pass 8 minutes to go in the game. And Ott manages to slip it in the pocket of Shabazz, who has a nice run down to the 40 before he finally hits some Firebird defenders. And actually, one Firebird ran out of his shoes. Now that one of the longest runs of the night for the Yellow Jackets will now bring up 1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets on the Southern Nash 39-yard line.
And in fact, we checked the stats at halftime. They were actually negative yards total for the game.
So this time it is Tevin now. And he just trudges forward on just a really strong run. And he'll take it up to the Southern Nash. You're going to mark him down at the 30, which is about a half a yard shy of the line of game. And Luke Faulkner trying to put on his helmet like he's going to get back in the game. Boy, take yourself a well-earned rest here, man. Another strong carry. There across the 25 down to the 24. That will move the chains again. It'll be 1st and 10, Roanoke Rapids. And Tevin now. A couple of nice runs for him, and he'll check out of the game. Shabazz will check back in. They're still sending a pair of receivers wide to either side. And senior Trey Ormond got a little overzealous there on his blitz and got the encroachment call. But I do like the effort. 5 minutes to go now in the running clock. Bring up 1st down and 5. Shabazz will switch directions. He's caught from behind and then hit, brought down to about the 15. A flag will come in on the backside of the play, and that's going to be a hold called against the Yellow Jackets. So that'll bring that play back. It'll still be 1st down. That's going to bring up about 1st and 15 now for the Yellow Jackets. And a nice run around the end. And that's going to be Samaj Pierce, who actually will approach the line to gain.
Looks like he's going to take it up inside the 15-yard line.
1st down.
So 1st and 10 now on a 15-yard carry. Roanoke Rapids inside the red zone for the first time this evening. And that's going to be now on the carry. He'll take it down to about the, looks like they're going to spot him at the 9-yard line. So a gain of about 5 on the play. He's going to bring up 2nd down and 5. .230 remaining in the game. Clock continues to run. The high snap, handed off to Now, who'll look back, cut it inside, and Roanoke Rapids will get their first score of the evening with 2:23 remaining in the game. Now able to punch it in, because that's some pretty decent runs.
It was.
As we now pass the 2-minute mark, this will not change the running clock status.
Nope. Once you go running clock, you do not go back.
So a pitch from Ott. I think that was Trenton Selden on the carry. And with that, successful two-point conversion. The score now goes 55-8. And we are passing 1 minute remaining in the game. So Southern Nash, following the kickoff, will pretty much be able to go into victory formation and take a knee.
They may not even have to take a play here.
So as the clock winds down, we'll thank our sponsors again. Wilson Mold and Machine, located in Wilson on Highway 42. That there's #1 tire and mold machine shop. Repair and salvage work are their specialty, and they are longtime supporters of everything Firebird. Also, Vandermark Sod Farms, producing nature's best natural grass, offering a variety of grasses such as Bermuda, Fescue, St. Augustine, and Zoysia, servicing Central and Eastern North Carolina, providing for homeowners, local government, public and private schools, corporate locations, and athletic fields. They're dedicated to meeting their customers' needs and enhancing their lives. And that'll bring us to the end of the game as the clock ticks down to the final ticks. It's down to 0 time left, and Southern Nash will move to 5-1. Now 55 with a 55-8 victory over Roanoke Rapids. And as a reminder, next week is a bye week. There are no Southern Nash game next week. They will be traveling to Bunn the following week, and so that will be available on the NFHS network. There will be no live broadcast because that is an away game, and we will be back with you
October 20th.
October 20th, that's right. Northern Nash, the big showdown, and what should prove to provide the conference champion for the Big East this year. I want to remind everybody, too, stay tuned. The band will be performing live here following the game as we see the ceremonial tribute by the players to the fans in the sidelines for their support. And as we get things cleared up, it looks like Roanoke Rapids is going to take a knee on the field. They're probably going to have to move. But once again, we're going to be closing out here. This is Brent Cohn alongside Kenneth Fly here for live from the Tar River Sports Network. Once again, we want to thank our tonight's sponsors, Wilson Mold and Machine and Vandermark Side Farms. And one more shout out to the big man in Greenville running it from a distance. The big man, Mark Cohn, the chief of the Tar River Sports Network. And for the Tar River Sports Network, once again, this is Brent Cohn. We're out. Stay tuned for the band.
Nash High School Marching Firebirds. The Marching Firebirds are under the direction of Mr. Matthew Ray. Their other instructors are Matthew Bissett, Visual, Lauren Howell, Music, Jimmy Smith, Brass, Jackson Valentine, Percussion, and Gio Figueroa, Color Guard. The student leaders are Flora Rea, Drum Major, Stefan Barsky, Hornline Captain, Jennifer Cardenas Rojo, and Alvaro Agustin Pasco, Woodwind Captains. Cassie Wall, Brass Captain, Reagan King and Julie Pierce, Percussion Captains, and Andrea Cardenas Rojo, Guard Captain. Tonight, the band will be performing their 2023 show entitled Solar Lux, The Lonely Light, in memory of Eric Avery Creech.
We should be good.
Presenting their 2023 show, Solar Lux, please welcome Drum Major Flora Rea and the Southern Nash High School Marching Firebirds. Let's hear it for your Southern Nash Marching Firebirds.